Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to our channel, Universal Businesses Limited Soulism and Spiritualism channel. We would like to continue with our discussion, our broadcast, our discussion, our lecture from last time. We mentioned in the last few broadcasts about the freedom and liberty of the soul, and we also made a few apologies. Those apologies were regarding imbecilic nature of the world and the English who are oppressors. We discussed those things, and I would like to apologize on those matters. They were slightly excessive. I think I also mentioned a few things about the English, and that was also excessive. But we do believe in the freedom and liberty of the soul, and we also mentioned that in different areas, the freedoms and liberties of the soul are different, depending on the oppressive regime of the governments. Also today I would like to discuss the discussion on in particular on human nature, and also we made a few discussions we made last time mention about human nature and its effect on the soul and spirit of the other person. So we would like to discuss, go further into the soulism and spiritualism of how it is affected by human nature. Human nature, fortunately, can be good, and unfortunately, can be bad. And when it is good, and when it is bad, it is bad. Human nature is a blockage on the freedom and liberty of the soul and spirit sometimes, and the basically when two people are in opposition, that creates a barrier and an obstacle between the two people, according to the inner qualities of each individual soul and spirit. So, for instance, if a good purified soul comes into contact with a bad impure soul, there would be some form of interaction, and there would be a barrier to the soul's and spirit's progression. So it is very important that the soul and spirit has free reign and free liberty, free freedom and free liberty to basically diversify itself and rise up the echelons of the levels of the heavenly structures. So we have continued on that discussion on human nature and its frailties, its errors and mistakes, and its imperfection. And we also mentioned governments last time. Governments, the effect on the soul and spirit, and so human nature, governments. Governments are also another resemblance to human nature, in the fact that human nature is portrayed through governments as well, and governments are a collective human nature, and that can create an imposition and a stoppage and a blockage and a imposition and a stoppage on the soul and spirit of that individual. So governments can be detrimental to the health of the soul and spirit. We also mentioned that about laws and regulations, and really government laws and regulations should not be imposed on individuals because they are all artificial and man-made laws, and man-made laws do not make any sense in that sense. Broadly does not make sense because it's artificial. These are not the laws of heaven. The laws of heaven are no laws. There are no laws because it's a purified state, and we're trying to make the earth also a purified state, just like the heaven. And therefore, the laws that man makes are often in connection for the moral code of society. We understand that it is a moral code of society, the laws, but we should be not imposing laws, but we should be imposing morality, and what is morally correct and what is morally immoral. So rather than laws, there should be a moral, the extension of moral environment, moralistic environment. So the concentration on morals of the individual, so that can be modified to some extent, to a great extent. Actually, morals can be good for the individual because it can benefit it, because morals are good for the human soul and spirit, and that is what it strives for, is morality. So yes, laws, regulations are in some respects, because they don't allow the freedom and liberty of the soul and spirit to its excessiveness, in infiniteness. So we have to also understand that in the infiniteness there is a moral structure. It's not a barrier, it's not called a moral boundary or a moral barrier, but there is a moral structure, and that the soul and spirit has, if it has free liberty, then it should also have infinite morality. And we also mentioned that we're planning to start a commune or a community and a small enclave where we can all live together and share in these beliefs. This community, commune community, will be a residential area made out of as much as possible in a natural environment, and as much as possible natural construction. And these are our plans for the future of our religion. This is the religion that this is our religion. We created it. I created it. Universal Businesses Limited. The company is I am the owner of the company. I created this religion, and you're most welcome to follow it. It's about infinitism, just like the infinitism of heaven. So it is very important that you understand the infinitism. We would also like to mention that the soul and spirit does have its free reign in heaven, and the heaven is an unlimited, limitless, skyless abode, and infinitism. And therefore, if it's infinitism in heaven, then there is also infinitism. There should be infinitism in our religion, and infinitism in our beliefs, and infinitism on earth, just like the universe is, and the universe is beyond this. space universes beyond this as well. So infinitesimalism is very important. But in terms of, we also mentioned about practicing our religion through natural means. That was foods, uh, uh, natural liquids, diets, health and fitness. Um, um, Also, we mentioned about nakedness and nudity, and that is a naturalness, but it must be done in a moralistic way. So, yes, it should be done in a moralistic way, yes. Okay, so thank you for all visiting my channel, our channel, Universal Businesses Limited Soulism Spiritualism channel. Um, I hope you enjoyed the broadcast, and in our next broadcast, we'll delve more into our religion, Soulism and Spiritualism, and we would be grateful if you could leave your comment, subscribe to our channel, and even make a small donation, and you will find that in our description, where you can connect and make a small donation to keep our religion progressing into the future. Thank you, and have a good afternoon, and wishing you all the best of luck until the next broadcast. And remember, stay spiritually pure, stay spiritually focused, stay spiritually pure. Thank you.